Hello, I'm Jose Cordeiro. I am Vice President of Humanity Plus, founding faculty of Singularity University, Board Director of Humanity Plus, and the author of the international bestseller, The Death of Death.
Jose, it's a real pleasure and privilege to be here on the sidelines of the Dubai Future Forum 2023. And it's wonderful to have you here. Jose, tell us about your book. As a start, it seems that this is a moment of pride and joy. You're wearing a beautiful tie. So tell us about what inspired you to do this.
Well, I think we are living through a technological revolution that is starting also in biology and medicine, and that we are going to be able to stop aging and reverse aging. This is incredible, incredible. The Nobel Prize of Medicine in 2012, about 10 years ago, Shinya Yamanaka discovered 4 genes that control aging. And you can modify those genes and become younger or older if you want to. So this is truly a revolution in science. And that is what I covered in The Death of Death, which is now in 12 languages, including Arabic. It's also in Arabic now.
This must be a moment of pride, a moment of joy for you. I can see your excitement. What inspired you to do this, to write a book like this at this point in time?
Well, I believe in science and technology, and this is advancing very fast in all areas, not only on computers, robotics, but in biology and medicine. And the Nobel Prize in Medicine of 2012 was given to a scientist that discovered what aging is and how it can be stopped and reversed. 4 genes control the aging process in most multicellular organisms, and this is fantastic news. So about 5 years ago, I decided to write a book about how to stop aging, how to cure aging, and I found this beautiful name, The Death of Death. And even though my Arabic is not too good, I think this is like death is dying, or something similar. So anyway, my book is now in 12 languages, and I talk about the scientific advances that will stop aging and will make us younger in the future, because that is the beauty of it. We might become younger in the future and live indefinitely young, not indefinitely old. No one wants to be old, and even less indefinitely old.
Interesting you say that. Ray Kurzweil, he talks about singularity, and but one of the things he also wants is to live forever, and he's positioning himself for that. What are the ethical issues in terms of living forever?
Well, I approach this from a medical point of view, which means curing diseases. Like probably you want to cure cancer, you want to cure Alzheimer's, you want to cure heart attacks. So if you want to cure all diseases, then you want to cure aging, because aging is the mother of all other diseases. If we stop aging, if we stay biologically at age 20, we don't really get heart attacks, we don't really get Alzheimer's, basically we don't get cancer and so on. So I think this is health and longevity. It's not immortality, because immortality is a long, long, long time, and no one knows what will happen in 1,000,000 years or in 1,000,000,000 years. But we can stop diseases. We can control most diseases and also control aging. And that is my objective, to stop aging, to live indefinitely young. And again, the science is getting right. We are getting ready for these advances in science and technology now.
You know, it's interesting you say that. Let's say our average mortality age at the moment is 82, and that's 80 years of age. 10,000 years ago it was 28, and then 48, and then 68, and now it's about 80. So my issue is about society. I spoke about ethics, now about society. You know, if you marry at 30 years of age and you're married for 50 years, now you live to 130, so you're married for 100 years. Society will change, marriage will change, education will change, jobs will change, religion will change. If you're not dying, I think people will be less religious. So all of these fundamental shifts are going to happen, new structures, new governance issues, new government policies, etc. So yes, we can live another 30, 40 years longer, but have you thought about all of those implications and how that fits into our day-to-day plan?
Well, you got it right. Everything is going to change, and change radically. even marriage, because now marriage is until death do us apart.
Yeah.
And if there is no death, something will have to end that marriage.
Yeah.
So marriage might become a renewable contract of 10 years or maybe 20 years so that you have children and they grow up. So it could be changing like a contract, marriage forever to a 20-year contract. Also, education will change, jobs will change. You will want to reinvent yourself every 13 years, 14 years. Maybe you want to study now journalism, later you want to be a lawyer, later an economist, and then very soon we will all be space travelers, because in 20 years we will be colonizing Mars and then go beyond Mars. So we are becoming a space civilization. So there will be many jobs in the future, many things we need to learn and other things we need to unlearn because they are old. So we need to get ready for the future with new education, new careers, new everything.
What has been your biggest pushback, your biggest resistance, and the biggest block that you keep encountering as you take your message out there?
Well, because everybody has died until now, biologically dying. So we have in our brains that we are going to die, and we don't want to talk about it. And even worse, we have justified death because there was no escape. But now, for the first time, we have the possibility to escape death. And therefore, we have to oppose it. I am at open war, total war against death. And I want to kill death before death kills me. That is my mission in life, to kill death before death kills me. But again, people have justified death because there was no way out. Some people even thought that death was beautiful. It gave meaning to life. It makes fantastic masterpieces of music, architecture, sculptures, but that is not true. We can do all of that without aging, without dying. And I think actually the future will be much better if we don't have to age, if we don't have to die.
Interesting. So if everybody is 25 years of age and looking young and whatever, how do we get that human emotion of, simple things, human pleasures, a wrinkle on the face, maturity, all sorts of wisdom, all of those kinds of social elements that are coming in based around age?
Well, even though our bodies will not age biologically, our minds will keep evolving. We will keep learning. We will keep discovering new emotions, new things. So I think we will continue growing mentally, spiritually, even if we don't have to age biologically. That will probably give more meaning to our lives because we will be healthy individuals.
Yes.
We will be full of energy to pursue all of our dreams, not only here on planet Earth, as I mentioned, because we are going to go soon into outer space. We will discover new realities, also virtual reality. We are going to move into metaverses, into things that we cannot even dream of today. It's like there is a story about the flatlanders, people who lived in only 2 dimensions, and then they suddenly discover there is a new dimension. We will discover new dimensions. So I talk not only about life extension, but also about life expansion. Life expansion. We will expand our capabilities. We will expand our mentality into a multiverse of possibilities.
The human question, maybe we can live physically longer, but at this point in time, our brain is starting to decay with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia by around 80-ish, between 80 and 90. So our bodies could live to 150, but if our brains are phasing away at 100 or 90, what's the work that you've done on the neuroscience part?
Well, I am pretty sure we are going to cure basically all diseases because these are damages of our bodies, our biology, and we are discovering how to counter those damages. We will do the same for all the brain diseases, all the neurological diseases. It is really not different. It's a kind of damage. We will discover how to stop that damage and reverse it. So I think very soon, 2 decades, we will stop Alzheimer's, we will stop Parkinson's and many other neurological diseases, dementia and irrationality in general. So we human beings, we have the ability to learn how these diseases appear and how to stop them or control them at least.
If you were to leave a message in a bottle for parents to pick up, for other people to find in 5-10 years' time, knowing what you know today, in 10 years' time, what would that message read if I pick it up in 2030 or 2033?
Well, we live in the most incredible times ever in human history. We are between the last mortal generation and the first immortal generation. So where do you want to be? And two more things to think about. In the next 2 decades, we are going to see more technological advances than in the last 2 millennia. I repeat, in the next 20 years, more changes than in the last 2,000 years. This is incredible. We have seen nothing yet. And we are going to discover, to dream, to imagine so many things. And so, take a look at this video, take a look at your pictures of this time in the past. And when you look at them in the future, you will remember how old we were today, how primitive we were today compared to the future of unlimited possibilities.
So you're passionate, you're articulate, your narrative is amazing, and you're giving us hope. And
yes, I think that the future is going to be so much better than the present, and the present is so much better already than the past. You know, thousands of years ago, we were like animals, and now we are advancing towards a better future for humanity. This is like the final message. You have to tell your love partners, I love you so much more than yesterday, but less than tomorrow. So see you tomorrow.